Finally, United Kingdom is waking up. Finally. It truly is high time for Operation Raise the Colours. Alright, I've been waiting for this. We came to United Kingdom for the United Kingdom. Alright, not to see what we see right now. I mean, week in, week out, we see the marches. Week in, week out. At some point, I was like, what country am I living in? Okay. I see flags and flags and flags of different countries. Okay, it's fine. Showcase your country, but at some point, you need to respect the local country, the country you are in. And then when I found out that this was happening, Operation Raise the Colours, I was like, the country is coming back. The country is coming back.
A spokesperson for Keir Starmer has said the Prime Minister absolutely supports people putting up the English flag after a council angered locals by vowing to tear them down.
Keir Starmer? He what? I don't trust that man. And can you believe it? Some councils were tearing down these flags. They were offended by seeing the flag of the country that they live in. Offended by it. To the point where they had to debate it. You have to debate about flying the flag of the country that you are in. I am British and I am proud of it. Yes, I was born in Nigeria. Yes, I'm Nigerian. But I am British and I'm proud of it. Otherwise, why am I in the United Kingdom? Why? You don't like this country? You don't like this country? It's okay. Go to the country you love. Simple.
Now, there's this idea called Operation Raise the Colours, which are the colours of the various flags that represent England or Britain. It's spread to towns and cities. It's
about time.
Good morning to you if you're watching or
The
listening.
UK
in
is
Bradford,
waking up.
Newcastle, Norwich, Swindon, because you're all doing it, and people are putting up England and British flags in defiance of council bans.
Yes, it's a patriotism campaign. London authority Tower Hamlets has vowed to take them down.
Vowed to take them down. Are you mad?
And we're asking the question today, should we be proud to fly the British flag? To debate this, political commentator Mike Jones, social commentator.
How is that even a question? No, genuinely, how is that a question?
Immigrant.
Mike, how proud are you?
I'm very proud indeed. The Union Jack is an iconic flag. It represents the continuity of the Crown, the historic achievements of the British people, and the uniting of distinct nations under one banner. Mm-hmm. But, let's be clear about one thing. When people wave or don the Union Jack, they're not trying to make an academic point about history. Mm-hmm. They're expressing pride in their nation,
exactly,
in the homeland their families grew up in. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, that's the way it should be, and if that's the way it was, and Mike, I respect what you're saying, and I respect the ideal of it. But Imran, I am sort of agreeing with you because I am from Northern Ireland, and it is so divisive. And when you live somewhere, it's like having a dog pee against a lamppost and says, you can't come in here. This is our territory, whether you're green or whether you're blue on this one. But so I understand. Mike, what Mike's saying, the ideal of what Mike's saying is absolutely perfect and right. But in practice, Aaron, it can be different.
Yes, I totally agree with you, and I'm very grateful that you see both of our points.
What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? That was a very wrong analogy. A dog peeing on a lamppost and basically claiming that bit. This whole country is represented by the flag. You're in England, fly the English flag and the Union flag. You're in Ireland, fly your Irish flag and the Union flag. So I'm in Northern Ireland. You're in Wales, fly the Welsh flag and the Union flag. Yeah, Scotland, fly the Scottish flag and the Union flag. What are you talking about? What is peeing on a lamppost? Yo, Mr. Northern Ireland man. Listen, I love the Northern Irish, yeah? But wagwan.
I think that every country in the world should have pride. We all need pride, but we should pick our flags wisely. So let's just be clear. The British
Sorry. I don't get this. This is Black Lives Matter woman. What's she saying? We should pick our flags wisely. So which other flag should the English people pick?
flag is the Union flag. That's the truth.
United
It
Kingdom.
represents all countries. It represents the Commonwealth. It represents the British overseas territories, whereas St. George's flag does not.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. I have to pause here. The Union flag, the combination of the flags of England, Scotland, Northern Ireland. Sadly, the dragon is not on there, but Wales are also represented. It is for the United Kingdom. And then the Commonwealth also, it represents them too. Yeah, makes sense. But it is for the United Kingdom. St. George's is for England. What is wrong with you, Black Lives Matter woman?
It actually excludes it. It represents the Commonwealth. It represents the British overseas territories, whereas St. George's flag does not. It actually excludes. It excludes everyone because it only represents England. It doesn't represent Scots. It doesn't represent the Welsh, and it doesn't represent Northern Ireland. So
You got a problem?
Except that when you go into those other constituent parts, they don't really feel like they have the same sort of connotation, do they? I mean, if you go to Wales and you see a Welsh flag flying, it doesn't really have those same sort of connotations as the flag of St. George's. And there will be people who are saying, but we need to reclaim them. We need to reclaim them from that they have been. There's this feeling they've been hijacked by the far right. And if actually we take the sting out of it by flying them everywhere, perhaps that's a good thing. Iman, if I can put that to you.
Penny, thank you. I think that's a very valid point. I think that when something has been hijacked by far right or extremists, you should reclaim it and claim it as your own. So I totally agree with that. But we also have to take into consideration the fact that Tower Hamlets is predominantly Asian. It is predominantly Asian, about approximately 44%. It is predominantly Bangladeshi and Muslim, 39.9%. So I would argue that the council is merely trying to cater to their constituents.
Wait, what's this? What kind of logic is this? What kind of logic is this? The number one question you should ask is, in which country are they? In which country are they? That is the question right here. Constituents don't know what country they're in. They do not know. Is that what you're telling me? They've taken over that place, so that place is colonized. Tower Hamlets now is no more British. Is that what you're telling me? So what flag should be flown in Tower Hamlets?
That is the truth.
But those constituencies, for all the things you said, which are true, Imran, but they now live in England. And a lot of people will be saying, when in England be English?
Yes, I totally agree. I do believe that if you are going to live in a country, you should first and foremost respect and adhere to the rules of the country. Embrace.
Are you sure? Talking through your other side?
The British values, and also lead with empathy. Yeah. Now, this is where we go awry, and I think this is where the balance has kind of gone awry.
Just
in truth.
Keep quiet, please.
There are many kind of areas within London or England or the UK where there are areas that have predominantly Muslim or predominantly black, and it's just about understanding that.
They cut off there. What are you talking about? It is predominantly whatever people decide to be there predominantly. but it still doesn't change the country from being what the country is. The country is what the country is, and just, accept it and just carry on, Or, you can use Foxtrot and Oscar, put them side by side.
Right, Mike's been very patient and listening to everything there. Mike, what would you say from what we have been saying, we have been debating, we've been throwing about here, you've been listening, what do you think?
Well, what's surreal is that we're having this debate at all. In almost any other country, it would be considered absurd, even pathological.
Yes.
Absolutely right. And in America, mate, in America, look at how the difference is how anybody, whatever country they're from, wherever they've emigrated from to be in America, still swear allegiance to that flag and salute that flag.
Yes!
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think flying the flag is an inherently good thing. The people who are offended by this are in a very small number.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but what flag? Because we have two, the Union flag and St. George's flag. So let's be specific when we talk about it's about pride and flying our flag. What flag are you talking about?
Both of them. The two. All right? The two of them. All right? Fly the St. George's flag in England and the Union flag. All right? Fly them both. You got a problem with that? Go back to Jamaica. If I have a problem with that, I'll go back to Nigeria. Simples.
The debate is about the Union Jack, and I'm Welsh, by the way. So, I fly the Welsh flag when I'm in Wales or when I'm in England watching a rugby match, but I have absolutely no problem with English people flying the St. George's Cross. I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Thank you.
And, we can get very petty about this and talk about people getting offended. And you have, sort of professional grievance mongers who will try to gin up resentment. But at the end of the day, Britain is not just an economic grazing strip. And if more and more people are getting offended by the British flag or the St. George's Cross, then that actually symbolises a big problem that we have.
I think we have to leave it there, but thank you very much to both of you. Mike Jones, political commentator who's currently in Wales, and Iman Hayton, who's also a commentator who's in London. There is a spokesman for Tower Hamlets Council statement. While we recognise people wish to express their views, we have a responsibility to monitor and maintain council infrastructure. Where flags are attached to council-owned infrastructure without permission, this comment says they may be removed as part of routine.
I don't know, man. I'm just tired of this, I'm tired of this. How can you not be proud of your country? Even if the far right hijacked it, it is your country's flag. Get it back. Okay, get it back from the far right and let people fly their flags. You cannot ban your flag in your own country. Where is the pride of the country? Or have you sold the country to somebody else? Has the country been invaded? Have you sold your ancestry? Have you sold your fatherland? Are there new rulers? Have you been bought? Let us know already, because it is absurd to even ask this question. This debate is the definition of absurdity. Thank you.